You have got these bogus now that are coming in with all the monies and all the flashy thing that they enjoy for a few
Yeah.
short space of time. Then what did you do?
I remember working as a sub accountant, and I had people under me that were looking up to me, and I was a very brilliant guy anyway. I I remember my immediate boss was telling me, look, if you keep doing what you are doing now, I can assure you that in the next 3 years you might take over my place because I'm due for pension. And being an accountant for a company of we had at the time we had about 1,000, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 to 1,200 workers. Okay, the company was actually a dealer in caterpillars. These caterpillars for road construction and stuff. Not only that, we're selling Bedford trucks and Isuzu vehicles. So it was a big company. So you being the accountant of that company, and I mean, presiding over such a big amount of workers, it was a good place that I should have stayed. But despite that, my brother, I was so entangled. I was so enticed by this flashy life. I bet you, I think maybe because just behind our house in Accra, there was a house that belonged to the father of a friend of mine. Okay. This house was new, and some guys from Germany, I think they were about five. All of them came, and I don't know whether they bought the house, but all of them lived in that same house. There were about 4 or 5 cars. So you have to understand, an accountant, some accountant, I have to trek to work. Okay, not even afford a bicycle. I have to trek work with my tie and everything. You sweat, you get to work. In Ghana, we have something we call trotro. Trotro is the type of molua you have in Nigeria. So sometimes the pay is so scanty that if you want to do trotro for the whole month, okay, you can barely survive. It was so funny. You could barely survive. So if you are looking at guys of your age, okay, that stories around tells you that they just went to Germany maybe just about 3 years ago, and they came and they are riding flashily, you know, like changing of dress every other day, cars up and down, drinks. You will never. It takes somebody really determined, okay, to take his eyes off that type of lifestyle. So this type of lifestyle is actually, and I can personally affirm that is actually 90% of the motive most of us left Africa. Because these guys will come and will not tell you the truth that they were either in a asylum, somewhere picking from stores, shoplifting, some a whole lot of stuff, somewhere pushers, and but they will never tell the truth, and we never knew it. So the flashy life was all we were looking at. So when I had to go through a whole lot of stuff, borrow here, there, to be even to get a passport in Ghana at the time was a headache. But I still went through. Okay. So back to the company, my media boss was telling me, look, Maurice, you have a very bright future if you stay on. I don't know whether he saw that I was intending or inclined on leaving the country or what, but he kept it. Once in a while, you bring it up. Maybe we're talking about something different, but the guy will just bring it up, and I should have listened. Because, bro, I tell you, when I went to Ghana, I think in 2000 and the last time I went to Ghana was 2018. Okay, the guys I left, my co-workers that I left back, 3 of them who were beneath me are the directors, the vice director, and the other one is the Davis I think is the branch manager. Company awarded them houses, cars, and they are living big. So if I look at myself, like I was telling you yesterday, if I look at myself that I dropped that career, okay, and I ended up being a truck driver. I really pity myself. Not pity myself that I'm a mess or what do I say? I'm a failure. But just the fact that I didn't pursue my career, it was something I was born with. I really loved to be somebody, you know, that the academic qualifications that I had should have taken me higher than what I'm doing now. And it's something that really doesn't give me that much peace. But I've just, like I told you yesterday, I've just brought it on myself. I can't go back. What are you going to do if you go back? Are you going to start from the scratch? So with this, I would also take the opportunity to advise my young friends, that it isn't all that glitters that is gold. Now, after 32 years of being in Europe, things are totally different. I built a house and stuff, but it wasn't that a joyride as I saw it then. And that is what most guys are also seeing. And I really wish to throw this across that don't look at that one, because most of us will come and we don't tell you the truth. We don't tell you the truth. It took me 32 years to be who I am today. Okay. So in the 32 years, it has been the mercy and the favor of God and determination to stay on course, not to engage in anything illegal. Even though I watched the flashy life then, when I came, I didn't actually get closer to anything like that. Never, never. I've always been a worker. When I left my education and I wanted to work, I've always been a worker. In fact, in this 32 years that I've been here, I think it was just one period, I think between 2012 and 2014, that because the company I was working with went bankrupt, I had to remain home without job. And I think it happened again in 2019, thereabout, that I also stayed home without job. But that was because where I was working, the work got bankrupt. And not because I left because I want to, follow this type of fast life or begging at the supermarket and stuff. No, 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 no. That's not the lifestyle. I'm bigger than that one. So throwing this message across, I just want guys to understand that what we come to portray is not what is the reality. Because just imagine that I come to Ghana for 1 month, okay, and I come with an amount of about 12,000 euros. That is big, that is huge. But that 12,000 euros is not a savings of 1 month. It's over 3, 4, 5 years. Okay. So when I come and I'm driving the flashy car you see, and I'm changing my dresses twice a day, you don't have to look at that as if that is the life we live here. We don't live here like that. I wear dirty clothes to go to work. We soil our hands at work. So if someone has come to Africa and is blowing the money that he has saved for years, you don't have to think that that is their lifestyle, because nobody dashes with any money. In fact, there's this funny thing, bro. Guys, including me, we used to think that the fact that you're a black man and you come to Europe, they pay you. Yeah, we had that mentality. I had it too. The fact that you, black man, managed to get to Europe, they pay you for being here, which is totally false. But that's what the buggers came to depict, and we followed it. And unfortunately, most of us are still continuing that trend. So I want to throw it across to the young guys that are going through the desert and stuff. Bro, it's not like that. It is not like that. People have to struggle, hustle, to get something to eat at the end of the day. Those days in the 90s, maybe you are passing and one Italian woman will say you, oh, poverino, vieni che ti do un panino. And she will really package you something big that will last you even for 2 days. I remember we go for, there was this we call cerca lavoro, that you're going to look for work. So, and then we never went to the job center. No, 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 no. Blacks were not going to the job center. We just go knocking the bells, You knock and somebody will come out. Cosa c'è? You say cerca lavoro. So we say non c'è lavoro. Then somebody will say, Signora, you're your farmer. So the one might come out with bread and prosciutto. But that was then. We were few. Okay. So it actually went online. But now it's not like we are many.